I am indeed placing blocks. Oh, wait, no, I can't say the yes bit because it hasn't been 30 seconds yet. Right. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to Cemetary Mary, where I do believe today shall be the last episode because we're basically near, if not at the end of Reginald's path. And after that, I'm probably going to wash my feelings out by going back to the true ending and picking some options that probably don't matter in the end, but who knows. Anyways, Lord, please, thank you. Maybe we'll do some of the options in here. I don't know. Anyways, so. Oh yeah, you're choosing a way to escape. Let's try. Door would probably be the worst option. Grab rope? Sure, why not? There's nothing I need to use the rope for right now. Is that too high-pitched? Nah, it's fine. I stepped towards the window and looked out. It was still dark outside. I had hoped that, since there was an apartment, there might be a fire escape out the window I could use to get down. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything of the sorts attached to this window. Then use the rope! But it looked as if it was my only it was my only shot in getting out of here. But how? Use rope! Actually, no, there are several options. I'm just gonna quick save. Use rope. There's not enough rope to reach the bottom of the building. Fucking goddamn it. Even if it was a bit longer, the ends being so frayed just makes me feel nervous. Is that okay for a rope? How did it even fall apart like that anyways? Supernatural beings go Bert. Wardrobe. I stepped carefully over to the wardrobe in the room. I tried to be light on my feet. I didn't want Reginald to know I was walking around. Thankfully, the wardrobe was not locked. I tried to prevent it from creaking as I opened it up. Yes! There's more rope in here. This should hopefully be enough to get me to the bottom. Even though things are looking up right now, I started to hear Reginald's footsteps stomp outside. I have to get out of here before he gets back. Blah. Hurriedly, I tied one end of the rope to the exposed pipe. I had opened it. I had hoped that it would be sturdy enough to hold my weight, and that the knot I tied would be secure enough to not fall apart. I tossed it out the other end of the window. The rope seemed close enough to the ground for me to get out safely enough. Well, here goes nothing. Ow. It's a good thing my mouth is still covered. Hey! Big brain thinking. You can just remove the tape whenever. You don't gotta remove it immediately. I did not expect to slide down so fast on such a rough rope. I felt it tear through my skin like scissors on wrapping paper. It's fine. I just had to be more careful. Going down the rest of the way, I made it to the bottom somehow. Aside from the raw and slightly bloody skin on my hands, I was safe. I was saying, no, you're not safe. If Reginald was going to the door and he saw the open window with the rope leading out of it, he is most likely going to come down that rope and fucking TKO your ass. I had to keep it that way. I ran out of the alley. I had escaped into the street. Once I was out, I noticed the sun finally starting to rise in the sky. He didn't come say earlier that we had a big day ahead of us. It made me wonder if that was his alarm to come back and get me. I wonder if he knows I'm gone by now. Probably. The further I got down the sidewalk, the more people I began to see lining the streets. People getting ready to leave for work, sanitation workers starting on their routes. It made me feel safer. I began to remove the tape from my mouth. I just ripped it all off at once and tried to keep from letting more tears tears follow the pain. I tossed it out into a street trash can, and then maybe I should have contacted help first, but I was so tired. I just wanted to go home. How much do you want to bet that Reginald is going to follow us? Because he watched us go to this exact bus stop. He said he was just making sure we were safe. No, that he was just making sure that this is our bus stop and that we get on this bus and he knows where we go. I kept my hands hidden and folded the entire time as I got onto the bus. I didn't want anyone to see and start asking me about it. I'd take care of it once I got home. I couldn't get there soon enough. The ride back to the stop felt like forever, and on top of that, I still had to walk to the cabin. Even though my hands felt like they were on fire, I felt this strange sense of calmness as the leaves and grass and sticks of the forest were all crunched under my feet. Like nothing could hurt me here. Even though I knew that wasn't true. Before I knew it, the cabin was in my sight again. Is that Groven outside smoking on the porch? I thought he went out last night. Whatever, it doesn't matter now. Groven, I called out. My voice still felt a little weak, but I think it was just because of how exhausted I was. Groven. He picked his head up and looked at me, and ran over when he did. Seeing his expression, I couldn't help but start to cry. I let a few tears escape here and there, but now, finally feeling complete safety, I guess I couldn't help but just let it all out. I tried to explain to him what had happened as best as I could, though I feel my thoughts were scrambled and probably didn't make much sense at all altogether. I tried to tell him about Reggie, about how I thought he was my friend and that I trusted him, how I found things that belonged to me in his room and how he tied me up. My hands were all scarred from my escape, and that it was my only way out. He listened to all of it without saying a word, just that look of bewilderment on his face. When I was finally finished is when he finally spoke. Hey, hold on for a sec. I watched him swing around the back of the house and heard the clang and noise of a few objects. Then he walked back out front to meet me. Hey, Mary. Where did you say this friend of yours lives? I just want to talk. I stopped Grover from doing anything heinous. I begged him that, even though the police aren't always the best option, to please call them in this scenario. He agreed to do so. Perhaps I shouldn't have been there during the police investigation, but I felt like I had to be. Besides, I needed to be able to show them where he was keeping me. But, wouldn't you know, it was the strangest thing, because it was as if Reginald had completely disappeared. It wasn't just as if he was gone, but everything surrounding him was gone too. His car, sure, but all his personal belongings as well. Imagine he flooded like a fucking coward. Like, you know what bus your victim did. Take the bus your victim takes back to their house. Why you? I guess I shouldn't be saying anything because that would frame me in a bad light. But I guess it's fair to just to take everything with you, leave no evidence behind. Is fair. The books he had, pictures he had, everything in the vanity, and not even just that. All his cabinets were empty, as well as his fridge. No clothes in the closet. It was as if it was an apartment up for sale. I overheard one of the officers' walkie-talkies. Supposedly, the little workshop he ran was empty too. How could this be? It had only been a little over an hour since all this happened. There's no way there's enough time to pack up everything and just leave without a trace. Unless he was like packing up his stuff while you were unconscious. But that doesn't really make it. I don't know. I don't know. Huh? In the midst of the investigation, I noticed an envelope clearly left on the floor. All the officers seemed to step around it as if they couldn't see it, but it was in plain sight. I picked it up. It's been a few weeks since then. Things are back to the way they were before I met him. I don't see any crazy symbols anymore or get weird bouts of pain and dizziness as a result. So it was Reginald who was poisoning her. Great. Really living up to my expectations, Reginald. Good on you. That intense pressure I used to feel, it's like a far-off dream now. Reginald is gone. He's simply gone. Nothing that belonged to him is here anymore. No one saw him leave, and some of his neighbors don't even seem to remember him. Like they had no idea they had a neighbor, despite him claiming to have lived there so many years. It almost felt like he never existed at all. This is like... I remember when Mary was trying to yell for someone to help her. There was like a frame of something that said like "careful what you wish for" or something like that. I don't know. What if Mary is in an alternate universe or Reginald just never existed? I feel something. I don't know. I have no. What did you do, specters from beyond? But I know that's not true. Reginald was definitely here, and was as real as anybody else. In other better news, the rate of deaths in town have sharply decreased. Yep, no, Reginald is indeed the Blackwood Butcher, or whatever his name is, and no one spreads rumors of a crazy killer anymore. I'm happy about that. I haven't received any messages from the mysterious number, though. Probably because you got a new phone. Every time I send something out, I never get a reply anymore. It's like all the people I knew are disappearing. Just like Mom and Dad. I said everything that belonged to Reginald disappeared, but that's not true. Not everything did. The envelope left on the floor of his apartment, it contained a note. Addressed to me. Mary, I must have given you quite a fright. You looked so scared of me. I wish I could say I wasn't used to seeing that face. I understand that none of this is going to make any sense to you. It hardly makes sense to me. But I hope you can believe me when I say that what I did, it was only because I truly cared about you so much. And I know that even if you were able to see my reasoning, you wouldn't agree. And that's because you're such a good person. But I am not. However, that's never stopped you from being my friend before. So, next time we meet, I hope we'll continue to stay that way. Yours forever, Reginald. Fuck you, Reginald. Dear Reginald, you're right. I don't understand why you did what you did, and I guess I'll never know now. But even knowing the truth about you, I wish I could say it was easy to say goodbye. It isn't. Not even a little bit. It just feels like I lost. It just feels like I lost a friend, and it's miserable. I wish I could understand why you did all that, but I just can't. So I hope the next time we meet, you'll explain it to me. Good end. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for your mail. Wait, does that mean there's a good ending for Twyla's route? Because I only got the... God, this is probably a good ending for Twyla's route, isn't it? Motherfucker! Congratulations! You didn't go down the path that lead to horrible consequences. Yippee! Thank you for playing. But... do you think you can get the true ending? No, I cannot. Anyways, let's do something else. So first of all, oh wait, no, hold on, wrong one. It's this one? No, why are there... God damn it, wrong one. This... There, no, okay. Pull tape off. I reached up towards my mouth and pulled the tape off, but quickly stopped myself. If it hurts and I scream, then Reginald will be alerted right away. That's the last thing I want to happen. I'll just have to leave it on for now. Now, what about the door? That's too risky of an option right now. I have no idea where Reggie is. If he's right behind the door, I'm done for. Alright. Window. Blah, 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 blah. If I just jump, there's no way I'm doing that. Richie's apartment is way too high up. If I jump, then I'd be lucky to break my legs. There has to be a safer way down. Skull building. I don't think it'll be possible. There's no part of the building that really shuts out enough for me to latch onto or step on it. Come on, what's with that? Don't they know I have to escape from here? Okay, well, that's the good ending. I do want to check. Where was it in the timeline? Was it this one? Okay, yeah, no. I don't want to check out some other possibilities. Alright, I'll stay. You really are that sick, huh? I'm really sorry. I don't want to. I just feel a lot better knowing you're here. Nah, it's alright. I understand. You always care for me when I'm sick and all. Saying is the least I could do. How do you feel right now? I don't know. Could be better. Right. Here, I'll be right back. Groveman walked in the direction of the kitchen. I heard a bit of rattling shortly after. I was a bit worried knowing Groveman isn't always super reliable, but I was plenty surprised when he came back out and passed a warm mug into my hands. Groveman? You made this? Yeah, it's nothing special. I just followed the instructions on the box. It's hot chocolate. I found it on the way back. I found it way back in the pantry, and I know how much you love your chocolate. So it might be expired though. I don't really know how that stuff works. It looks still fresh though, so I think it's fine. Thank you so much. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, it was nothing. Anything for you, Mars. Before I knew it, the sun started to set outside. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I will. Okay, now that's... I didn't... Hold on. Load. Auto. Did Mom and Tao say that? No. Good night, Mary. Say good night back, you bitch. So I'm just gonna contact. If everything happens for a reason, would you be able to know? No. It's quite alright. Even if you feel confused now, I'm sure the light of your situation will reach you soon. God loves all their children, blah 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 blah. No more questions. Wishes. Blah 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 blah. They're still okay, right? Okay, now other question, please. Are you still coming for me? Haha. I think you already know that answer. Is it soon? Good night, Mary. Say good night, but anyways. Blah 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 blah. I do not really care about you, Twyla. I don't think I can drop it that easily. I'm worried about you, especially with how you ran off. Is it my fault that she got mad at you? Yes. I'm really sorry if I caused trouble between you and your friend. It's okay. I didn't really know her that well anyways. Please don't worry about it. I am worried. Regardless of what the situation was, I blah blah blah. You're sorry to be angry at me. I promised to help her, but I didn't do a very good job. I didn't do anything at all. We all make mistakes sometimes. I know that quite well myself. What I said myself? That's wrong. That is the wrong character to just say myself. The fuck. Anyways, and as someone who dealt with a lot of broken promises, I still don't think it warranted such a harsh reaction. I think it did. No, that's no way to talk about yourself. I don't know any other way to talk. Regardless of how you feel, I'm telling you it was an unwanted reaction. Please listen to me. If you say so, I do. Dude, caught in the rain? Ha! No. Not close enough for that. We always talk about me. How? What do you mean by we? Who is you speak? You speak in French. Who is? You mean me? You always. Yeah, that should. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be you always talk about me, not we always talk about me. Does he talk about himself? I don't know. I don't know. How was your day? Blah blah blah. I'm dealing with it. I see. But that still sounds better than yesterday. I'm sure your mood will improve with time. Say. Blah blah blah. Or if you run into Twyla again. Please don't worry about something like that. I'm sure she's got it all out of her system after the way she talked to you yesterday. I'm sure she doesn't, because she's a piece of shit who has zero regard for human life except her own. Why you chose to come after me? It wasn't as simple as it being a choice. As hard as that might be to understand, but truth be told, even if it was, I think I would still choose to do this for you. I don't understand. I don't even know you. Don't worry. That's all going to change soon. I promise. Good night, Mary. Still have yet to say goodnight to the homies back. Do you think I'm weird? No, not at all. Not even a little bit? Absolutely not. I think you're very passionate, actually, and I admire you greatly for it. Really? Absolutely. Thank you. Reginald, blah 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 blah. How's your day been? Widely uninteresting, but maybe that's because I was just waiting to be able to see you tonight. Really? There wasn't anything else in your day? I feel sorry then. Why do you say that? Well, if it's not like seeing me a lot is... Well, it's not like seeing me is a lot to look forward to. Besides, we seem to see each other pretty often now, too. I suppose that's true. But nevertheless, I'm excited to see you whether I'm able to. Ah, shucks. I mean, I'm happy when I get to see you too, so... Anyways, I had been meaning to blah blah blah. All my life. Really? Yeah, my family moved here right before I was born. I can't remember a time I wasn't in this city. It feels a bit silly sometimes, though, to have lived here all my life, and yet there's so much of this place I haven't even seen yet. Have you lived here long? Well, okay, we can just skip. Is the music switching tracks? No, the music just fades out entirely. I don't know, tell me more about your work. It's fine. Same old, same old. I see. Are you okay? Blah 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 blah. Someone gets poisoned. Don't care. All things go back to normal. Okay, no. Other one, please. Other one, please. How can I trust someone like you? You don't even tell me anything about yourself. I don't even get a name. And yet I'm just supposed to trust you blindly? How can I? I don't even know you. Why couldn't you just leave us alone? Please, just leave us alone. I'm sorry if I've given the impression that I'm trying to make you miserable. I promise you that I am not, and I promise it all has a reason. I hope I can prove that to you soon. Good night, Mary. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, what do we call Reg? There are some things we did do. What do we call Croven? Sometimes Croven will stay up really late. I haven't gone to some kind of club or something or other. Sometimes he'll even sleep over at his friend's house and leave me all alone out here in the woods. But tonight was not one of those nights. He conked out in his room a little bit before I went to bed. I can still faintly hear him snoring from over there. I can't call Twyla. It's so late. There's no doubt she's in bed right now, and I'm sure she would not want to be happy to be woken up over something silly. In fact, I don't think she'd want to talk to me at all after recent events. Reginald? I can't call it Reginald. It's so late. There's no doubt he's in bed right now. Besides, if he has to go to work early in the morning, I'd feel terrible waking him up over something silly. Then go back to bed. And then Reginald does call us. Are you fully dressed? Okay, well, no, but I already did that one. Why are you up so late? Who, me? Just some work-related things, that's all. Why are you so up so late? I just can't seem to sleep tonight, that's all. Oh, I see. Seems like you and me, both won't be getting much sleep. So, that's my night. But, what about you? Are you feeling okay? Why would you ask? Well, you said... A museum? Really? Yeah. You struck me as the type of person who would like them. Honestly, if I didn't already know what you did for a living, you kind of look like you might work at one. Well, I do appreciate artifacts. Good guess. So I got it right? I mean, technically, if you think about it, aquariums are just museums for things that haven't gone extinct yet. I'm just saying, literally, aquariums literally have like little facts and everything. What are in museums? Facts about things that are not happening currently. Oh, whatever. Has it been hectic for you? Do you always do this when you need a break? What? Drive out of town? Not always. Well, sometimes. I'm actually quite the traveler, you know. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from someone in your career field. Well, I didn't always used to do that. It's actually quite recent. It's actually quite recently that I started. Really? But you seem so skilled at it. It just happened to align with my interests at the moment. Though, I must admit, I always did have a thing for some of the more grim sides of life. Perhaps that's not the most apt way to say it, though. It's more of an appreciation, you could say. But I'm sure you'd understand that better than anyone. Yeah, I think I get what you mean. Still, though, it seems a bit weird to go from traveling a lot to what you do now. Well, I'd like to travel again soon, but maybe not so soon. I'm fine where I am for now, especially since where I am is where you are. Ah, hey, we're almost there. Blah, 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 blah. Corals. I mean, I didn't know we'd get to pet them. The shells are so smooth. Maybe we should go to a petting zoo next time. Although I know petting zoos don't smell quite as nice. Besides, there's something I've always liked about the water. Yeah, I get what you mean. There's a different kind of comfort in the water. It feels relaxing and calm, even when there's so much that lives deep down. How about you? What's been your favorite part? I hope they do. Actually, no, we gotta. We're going for all possible dialogue options. I'm sure they do. I mean, I know I would. You would? Yeah, I would. To know that someone's caring, even if they don't know me, that's a nice thought, isn't it? That someone you don't know cares about you? I suppose... Oh, yep, skip. A stranger. Even after what you just said, you'd rather spend your time with a stranger? Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll get a friend out of it. You were a stranger to me once before, you know? So, like, maybe there's no such thing as strangers. Just friends you haven't gotten to know yet. But I'm sure you know that there's bad people in the world too, such as myself, but I do it for a good reason. A reason that I will not specify to you, or myself, or the police, or to anyone. Ah, shit, I might have a problem. What if the stranger you're stuck with isn't as nice as you? Well, as long as they're not super bad, I'm used to people who don't really like me that much. Not to sound like I'm pitying myself or it's something. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh, God. Cannot be a Cemetary Mary video without me clearing out my snot. Doesn't help, but also spring is coming, which means the flowers are coming, which means the bees are coming, and I fucking hate bees. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're pretty cool. I like them in Minecraft. They're rectangular lads, but bees in real life fucking scare me. They're fast. They buzz. They're poisonous. I don't like them. I don't like bees. Don't even get me fucking started on wasps. Like, it's something. Means they remember me, you know? I don't know if it's necessarily the best name. Like, it makes me sound like it's a role of mine. That's Mary, and she's part of the cemetery. Is that all I am? If I'm honest, I like the name. You do? Yes. I don't know Why did he have a different voice there for a minute? If anyone's voice is solid, it's Reginald's and Mary's because the two that I've voiced for, I mean, longer than this because blackout. I did that thing again where I seem to play games out of order. I play the sequel and then the first one, which I don't know why I do it. I don't do it I don't do it like subconsciously. Wait, no, is it consciously or subconsciously? I'm not sure, but like, I don't know why I just play games in reverse. I mean, with Portal, I did Portal correctly. I played Portal 1 first and then Portal 2 because I got both the games in like a deal or whatever. But for Half-Life, I played Half-Life 2 first, and then I played Black Mesa, which was a remake of Half-Life, and I've yet to play Half-Life Blue Shift or Opposing Forces. I probably should play those because, you know, I want to get the full Half-Life experience of all the juicy lore that I don't care about. But still, so I should stop ranting. You're not just any mayor, you know? You've got a title. Why are you feminine all of a sudden? And to share a name with something you love so much. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I guess I never thought about it that way. It sounds nicer like that. I mean, I guess I can't deny how much time I spend there. Can I... I'm worried. Okay, no. We must choose another option, I'm afraid. Everyone has so many people who care about them. Even after they are dead, they will have a moment where they are surrounded by friends. I don't have friends. No one is going to know. Mary, that isn't... Hold on, let me just double check if that was... Oh, goddammit. This one. No one's going to care. Mary, that... Okay, so it's just the same. That means a lot to me. Thank you. It does... Reginald... Watch TV... Did we do the game show yet? Let me double check. Okay, we already did the game show. Romantic comedy? I think we might have already done this one. Yeah, we already did that one. Shut up, Reginald. Quit your yapping. I know we haven't done sci-fi yet, so let's do sci-fi. I'm surprised. I wasn't sure if you would be into the shows like this. I wouldn't say I'm an avid fan, but it can be fun to watch things you aren't used to, you know? Broadening the horizons. I like it. I should try to do that too. Blah, 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 blah. Reggie's bed felt comfier than my own. But after all, it was Reggie. If Reggie was asleep, I didn't want to wake him. I didn't really feel comfortable taking Reggie's food, especially when he's not home. It's been a few days. Wait, what? Huh? What? Wait, huh? What? Wait. What? You didn't get up, huh? Okay, hold up. We got something. This is new. It's been a few days since then. Nothing all that eventful has happened. Though, I guess when it comes to me, that's probably a good thing. I haven't gotten any new messages from that strange number in days. It's a bit worrying since I don't know any more about my parents' whereabouts than I did before. I'm trying not to dwell on it too much. It's been difficult though. I've been very alone with my thoughts recently. I've been spending so much time with Reggie lately. I forgot how sad I can get when I'm all by myself. So this is a different path where we did. So I think what I did differently was that instead of spending time, instead of setting. Okay, so instead of letting Croven leave, I asked Croven to stay. And now we're getting something different, and probably something that's going to lead to a worse ending, which implies that Twyla's route has a good ending that I missed. Or something like that, I don't fucking know. Reggie, it's not that he's been ignoring me or anything. In fact, he messages me almost every day, but all he really tells me is that he's been so busy lately. Not like I can blame him. It seems like he's always been taking time off to see me recently. It's no wonder he's so backed up. He always says he wants to see me again soon, but he has to take care of things first. I hope he gets them all done soon. But, no, it's fine. I don't mind that much. It's not always bad to be alone, right? I've just been sitting at home, or rather the cabin. Although it's still not home, I must admit that there's few things cozier than watching the sunset from the windows. I was supposed to start getting changed in pajamas when... Huh? A message? From Twyla. Twyla? Messaging me? That's a like a fifth, maybe. I don't keep track of things. I opened up my messages app. I was receiving multiple texts from Twyla, spamming themselves one after another. No, not Mary. I see 9. I said 911. Is this speech text? Fuck, ducking phone getting me killed. 4th Avenue, 4th Avenue. Nani? What? What was this? Is Twyla trying to call 911? 4th Avenue? Is she okay? I have to go and make sure. Oh God! Why? Yeah, this is definitely the bad ending because Mary's a fucking idiot. Waiting for the bus to arrive, I dialed 911. Luckily, the bus still runs at this hour. I told the authorities about how I think someone I know is in danger. They say they'd send out a team right away. I don't know why I'm going. I guess I'm just really worried. Twyla was investigating the killer after all, and even though I don't know her overly well, for someone like Twyla to call the police, she must be in danger, and I said it would help her, right? Maybe if I had been there to help her, then she wouldn't be in danger now. I started to run as soon as I got off the bus. I couldn't see any police. What happened to the team they supposedly sent out? I felt like no one was on the street right now, including Twyla. Suddenly, I feel like I couldn't breathe. I ran up and down the street trying to find her. I wanted to call out her name, but I was scared an unattended party might hear. All I could do was run down the sidewalk and glance down every alley I could see, hoping to find her. When... Mary? What are you doing at this hour? Reggie, I need your help. Huh? What's the matter? What's happened? It's Twyla. She's in danger. She tried calling the police, but called me instead. She's not answering any of my messages, and I called the police for her, but I don't see them anywhere, and it's my fault. I should... Whoa, calm down now. It's alright to be worried about her, but if you think she's in danger, then you really shouldn't be out here. I have to be. I have to make sure she's safe. What if she's in danger? What if she's encountered the Blackwood Butcher? Well, isn't that even more reason to not be outside? You have to help me look for her. Pardon? Please, Reggie, we gotta find her. It could literally be a matter of life and death. Mary, please, Reggie. I spun around and started tugging on his arm. We have to find her. The longer we wait, the worse the situation can get. Mary, let's go. Please. Oh, dear! Huh? Something fell out of Reggie's jacket and on the sidewalk. A pair of bloody scissors. What? That's... Mary. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't have time to process any of it. But I knew I had to get away. I ran and ran as fast as my legs could carry me. I was hoping to lose him in the alleyways, but in trying to get lost, there was something that I found. Oh! Suddenly, Reginald was pinning me against the wall. Mary, my dear, why are you making that face? Wasn't she so mean to you? She made you cry. Don't you remember that? Why did you come out here? I felt as though you're doing this on purpose. Are you doing this on purpose, Mary? Is it funny to you? Maybe I should make things hilarious then. I couldn't understand what was happening. Reggie, this isn't the Reggie I know. Reggie was so nice to me. Reggie was my friend. He was my friend. This hand around my neck. Just who does it belong to? I wanted to do it cleaner, you know. As clean as I've been doing it. Unfortunately, she didn't give me much of an option. But that's fun, isn't it? She's a fun one, isn't she? Real fun. But don't feel left out. Now that you've caught me, we can finally have some of our own fun. Because I know what you'll do. The second you're out of my sight, you'll tattle on me. And well, I just can't have that. So, how will I silence you? Well, I just cleaned my scissors, you know. I'll miss that pretty voice of yours. But it won't be for long. But you've got those pesky little hands of yours too, don't you? Those hands that know how to write and sign and tear my life apart. It's alright. We can take those too. I know you don't understand it yet. But don't you worry. I promise you that it's for the best. Now, why don't you open that pretty little mouth of yours? It'll be over quicker if you do. What is all this? What's happening? This isn't Reggie. This can't be Reggie. This doesn't make any sense. Let me go. Put me down. Suddenly, he kneed me right in the stomach, holding me against the wall. He forced his hand right into my mouth and pulled my tongue out. Don't worry. It will only take a second. Oh. Not quite the cat. Congratulations! Here's the realization that you missed a path in Twilight. Fuck. Congratulations, you just completed our Cemetary Mary. Thank you for playing, but do you think when it takes you to the true ending? Alright. What if I click help? That is just because the controls, okay. Preferences, load, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let me double check on my computing device. If, let me double check, hold on. Cemetary Mary, all endings. Good ending, true ending. What is the good ending of Twyla? That's the good ending. In the end, what made Twyla happy was being in the restaurant and have that connection to her. All endings, there we go. And turn on the brightness, thank you. Alright, not that, not that, not that, not that. Okay, so none of that gave me what I want. Do I have to log in? God damn it. That one. Yep, that one. Let me in, thank you. Okay. So there is a good ending to Twyla's path. First and second Reginald. Okay, so I missed something in Twyla's path. Now we gotta go back. So I think still Croven, true here. This is like part Twyla. Okay, what? Let me double read how to get Twyla's ending. In the end, what made Twyla happy was being in the restaurant and having that connection to a community and when you can buy happiness. To get Twyla good ending. Not engine, you fucking moron. Cemetary. For Twyla's good ending, when meeting Twyla at the cafe, stayed quiet all 3 times. Yet did that. In front of the bookstore, to Twyla, she has a point. Okay. So maybe we have to, like, agree with Twyla. I don't know. Probably. Maybe. I'm not sure. Is it cafe that has... Yeah, no, it's Croven. No, we don't want Croven. Even though I would love a palate cleanser right about now. This should be... Okay. Alright, we're going Twyla path. Blah, 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 blah. I'll try to dismiss myself for him. Blah, 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 blah. What are you really? Blah, 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 blah. I'm moving for breakfast. Blah, 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 blah. Time for the blah, 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 blah. My room. Blah, 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 blah. Called Twyla, blah, 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 blah. Watch out, parents' room. For some reason, it still stops me here. Probably because I didn't do... Yep. Blah, 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 blah. I already read all this. Mom, because she's supposed to be mute. Okay, so I did do that. Do not become the bookstore owner. Just spam the first one. Just spam the first one. Okay, then. What was the question? Where's your name tag at? And what about it? Oh, well, it's just, you know, what's your name? Who wants to know? I do? It ain't important. Oh, okay. There's some here I can help you with my, oh, right, I'm looking for a book. I already did that option, right, cool. Should I just, fuck it, we don't need the... Okay, we won't need it. I'm just gonna agree with Twyla. I'll try to please her, I guess, whatever. Even though she doesn't deserve pleasing. Blah, 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 blah. Did I say I'm Mary? Okay, I introduced myself. What if I just stay silent? Stay silent. Anyways, this is Mary. Like I said, she's here for business. Right, I see. Anyways, I ought to take my leave now. I'll be running late if I stay any longer. I'll leave you little ladies do your business. And perhaps I'll see you again soon. Blah, 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 blah. Be honest, be honest. Be honest. Be the honestest and bigger person. I do not care. I've already answered all your questions. Oh, it's just Twyla. I'll be at the cemetery by then. Blah 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 blah. Handle the situation without her. We don't know each other. No. Anyways, never mind. I'm sorry. I just can't tell you. I can't be that trustworthy of you. Don't say you don't have to do that much reading until the end. That is, if you get the actual route correct. I'm assuming it's just please her. If not, then I'll actually use the guide. I tell that we are going guideless and just we're throwing caution to the wind and we're just saying, yeah, fuck it, it's probably just like be nice to her. I understand. By any means, I hope you may feel better about what happened soon. Try not to think about it too much. And get a good night's sleep. I always try to. Good night, Mary. Blah 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 blah. Lock the door. Analysis? How'd you do that? It's not important. But huh? Don't worry about it. It won't take too long to explain, and it really isn't important how I did it. I just know it is some type of antifreeze. Some type? It's blah blah blah. Fuck, what did she say? Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because there's none here. Blah blah. Maybe we're off track? Whenever I heard things about the butcher, it was always about something violent, so how does that correlate with this? Are we really on the right track? Or is this case something else entirely? Blah 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 blah. Do you believe in ghosts? I did actually. Right, I forgot there's choices in this thing that I didn't make because I only did like the one route and then looked at a couple options. I was like, oh well, there's no good ending, so I'm just gonna go piss off to fucking Reginald, but you know. Do you? I'd like to. Then I do too. That's not... You can't just believe in them if I do. Why can't I? I trust their judgment. So, if there's something you believe in, then I believe in them too. I guess I can't stop you. Good night, Mary. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's try this again. I guess he could be a suspect. Like I said, we're agreeing with everything. We're agreeing with all the thingamabobbers. I don't believe Twyla's a good person. Blah 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 blah. Go with Twyla. Like I said, we're trying to please her as much as possible. Buying new tools. Blah 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 blah. Well, no, but I've worked with many other small animals before. They're really not that bad, just misunderstood. Reginald and I spoke as he drove. I feel that we're I feel that way about a lot of those kinds of animals. I even had a tarantula when I was younger. Fascinating. I've never been much of an animal person myself, but who knows? Maybe that would change if I got a pet. Unfortunately, I'm going to skip the rest of this. What was that? Okay, huh? Well, that was my fault. Was that your fault, Mary? Alright, let's investigate everywhere first. Text Twyla. Open door. Really open the door. Blah blah blah. Say goodnight like the fucking cool person you are. Pretend to do it. Like I said, we're appealing to Twyla this route. And when I see you, you will. Good night, Murray. Oh, why am I... I've always given the mysterious voice just like a random ass just voice. I don't know why. Like, why was he rushing that time? I don't understand this shit, man. Twyla. Oh, that time was actually my phone. However, it's a number I don't recognize, so you can go off. Take a shower. Go to the living room. Life cut short. Hold on, let me. That's correct. Okay, good. It's been a few days since I slept over at Twyla's house. Again, I don't get many texts from her, but I've been trying not to let it get to me. I think I should have known deep down it was always going to be like this. But, I mean, I guess I can't blame her. It's not all that bad, though. I've been keeping busy so I don't feel lonely. It's nearing evening now, and I'm getting ready to make dinner. Or, well, I was until I got a text from Twy. Mary, how soon can you meet me? We're going to catch the butcher today. Today? Like, right now today? If that was true, then I couldn't keep her waiting. I told Twy that I would meet her at the cemetery as I rushed out the house. The bus to my city couldn't come quickly enough, though. Luckily, I was able to meet up with Twyla within the hour. Alright, we're getting the good ending, I'm assuming, hopefully, maybe, I'm not sure. I had been walking up to the sidewalk outside the cemetery when she pulled up in the car next to me. Surprisingly, she was the one driving it this time, instead of having somebody else drive it for her. I jumped into the passenger side, not even questioning anything until I got inside. Where are we going, actually? She didn't answer me. She seemed very intent on driving. I think if her hands gripped the wheel any harder, it would snap. The setting sun welcomed us as we finally pulled up to Reginald's apartment building. God, this is fucking trash. Yeah. No surprise. It's Reginald. Oh my goodness, gravy. It's like we didn't see that in the other two endings that we just witnessed. Twyla, she parked the car, got out, and then yanked me out as well. The grip she had used on a steering wheel was now tight around my wrists as she hurriedly stomped us up to the door. I nearly tripped over my 2 feet before I was able to catch her rhythm or rhyming. Twyla! I called out, but she didn't seem to be listening. Twyla, what is this about? What are you doing? Without turning to face me, she said, "Remember how you told me it smelled bad when you visited Reginald's apartment last?" Yeah, but it was the rats, remember? Twilight didn't say anything after that. After we entered the building, Twilight took me up to a door in the front. The door was creaked open slightly with a faint green gull leaking through. Is it literally just a fucking giant ass fart just behind that door? I know it's not, but I'm going to do fun humor. I'm making murder fun. Yay. The smell from last night lingered, but it was even stronger now. It seemed to permeate through the hall. It was somehow faint and yet terribly strong at the same time. "This is the apartment of the landlady," Tyler said faintly. Flatly, not faintly. "Go ahead, take a look inside." Why? Do it. I didn't want to. Already fearing what would be behind that door, but it looked as though I wasn't being given a choice. Feeling heaviness in my chest and legs, I made my way over to the door. I tried not to touch it as I leaned my head forward and peeked inside, and regretted what I saw. Well, that sucks. I felt my heart sink even deeper into my chest as my throat struggled not to go dry. Are you telling me that smell from before was... Absolutely. I feel that Twyla Russian accent just carrying over smoothly. You know what else is carrying over smoothly? The snot. I don't know why it's always like in general. I'm not this snotty, but it's when I'm playing Cemetary Mary for the Steam, I just get snotty for like no reason at all, and I do not understand why. Anyways, I felt sick. It was Reginald's own apartment and his landlady, but I still had trouble believing it was really him until, as if the evidence against him wasn't damning enough, I turned to Twyla as she put on a pair of gloves. She pulled a pair of gloves out and put them on. She moved past me and opened the door, talking to me as she did so. When he went inside Reginald's apartment that day, I had gone around and talked to whatever neighbors of his happened to be home. They said the smell had been around for days. They filed complaint after complaint, but never got a response. They figured their landlady was too lazy to call someone to take care of it. That didn't sound right to me. So I had a special friend of mine come in and help determine what was really going on. And we found this. Has she just been sitting here the whole time, Twy? Why didn't you call someone? And who's this friend of yours? What's happening? Well, I had to make sure I was right first. They helped me determine the cause of the death was due to food tampering, with traces of the same antifreeze-like substance from before. And, if that wasn't enough, Tyler bent over and picked something off the ground. That is one thick-ass just hair strand, like... That's like a whole. Like, it's like you just, like Reginald definitely put that there on purpose. Like you're not telling me that is a strand of hair. That is literally like he took a lock of his hair, cut it off, and just put it on the ground. Like that is that is way too thick to be just a single strand of hair. That is a whole ass. I'm confused. Whatever. What do you think of this? I have to say, I'm surprised. You made it hard to get concrete evidence for him. And then just, what, got ahead of himself? That's a whole ass lock of hair, Twyla. That was clearly planted evidence, and that is not a single hair strand, that is a whole lock of hair. Let himself slip. I suppose I shouldn't be complaining. Makes my life easier. I just find it curious, that's all. I couldn't believe it. All the evidence was right in front of me, but still, Reginald had always been so nice. Could he have really... I was alone with this man at times. He found me sleeping in the cemetery by myself once, but he never hurt me, even when given the opportunity to. He could it really all this time? I had swirled with thoughts and emotions as Twyla exited through the door to meet me in the hallway once again. Okay. We have very strong evidence against him. Now what? Do we finally go to someone else with it now? Twyla opened her mouth to talk to me, but I watched as her gaze moved past and behind me. Her mouth hung open for a few seconds as her eyes reacted, and I already knew what that meant. I turned around to be greeted by none other than Reginald himself. He was carrying... I thought I heard something, sorry. He was carrying grocery bags on his arms and with a smile on his face as if nothing was wrong. Something was definitely wrong. Hello, girls. Didn't expect to see you here this late. Or rather, at all for that matter. How do you do? Why are you staring at me like that? Is something the matter? Stop playing dumb. Beg your pardon. We know it's you. Why? Who is what? Me? What? You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About the serial killer in town? We know it's you. Me? Oh, Twy, darling, that's not very funny to joke about. Are you fucking serious right now? I told you stop playing dumb. Why, do tell me, Twy. If I really was the killer, what would stop me from killing you right now, then? This. That is a... that is Twyla's signature of just pulling out a gun from absolutely nowhere. Reginald and I both took a step back in shock as Twyla pulled out a gun she had been concealing. What's going on here? Was she always carrying that? Let me explain to you how this is going to go down. We're not going to call the police. We're not? Nope. Reginald is going to turn himself in. If he refuses, then I'm going to shoot him right there and now. Whoa. I ran past Twy and put myself in front of Reginald. I don't know what I was thinking, and I truly felt that when I realized I was right in her line of fire, God forbid she slip. But I couldn't have her shoot Reginald out of nowhere. Twyla, wait, can we talk about this for a minute? You're getting way too ahead of yourself here. What if he didn't do it after all? What if he's just... what if this is just a whole misunderstanding? I mean, that was a very, very thick strand of hair. It could have been planted. Twyla just stared at me, gun still firm in her hand. This is a very weird angle of the gun. I mean, I can kind of tell it's the gun, but that is just a very weird shape overall. Beside my chair was that... I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was like a little squeak. That was probably just my chair. I knew that if she wanted to shoot Reginald, she'd have to go through me first, but with the way she was looking at me right now, it felt as if she wouldn't mind having to... Please, why put the gun away? Maybe if just... Mary, duck! Huh? And then everything was dark. I can only guess Reginald hit me with something. I suppose that's what I get for standing up in front of him. I could tell it was a while before I opened my eyes, and when I did, all I could feel for a few seconds was the terrible ringing pain in my head. Oh, great heavens! Reginald! Reginald, it would appear you're not in the greatest predicament. Neither am I, but yeah, I've been in this predicament before, don't worry. It took a bit to adjust to the light, but I was eventually able to see, even if just a bit. I was in some sort of laundromat, it appeared. It was old and run down, so I don't even know how we got in. I was tied down to some sort of post with a rope, preventing me from moving my arms. And in front of me was Reginald himself. He was turned away from me, so he didn't recognize I was awake yet. But I could see him breathing heavily, like he was nervous. And faintly, I could hear him rambling to himself. I couldn't make out his words, though, despite how quiet everything was except for him. Eventually he began pacing, and that's when he noticed I was awake. Oh! Good morning, doll. How are you feeling? I didn't hit you too hard, did I? Reginald, it's really... I felt my words get caught in my mouth. What could I possibly say in a situation like this? Reginald approached me. I felt my stomach twist with each step he took towards me, and I felt my breath shorten as he leaned down in front of me. He placed a hand on my face, and I had no choice but to look at him. Reginald, please, don't be scared. I'm not going to hurt you, I promise. Was it really you? Do you think I would hurt you, Mary? Please, I want to know. Did you kill all those people? Would you be upset with me if I did? You look nervous. Please stop worrying. I promise it's all going to be okay. I mean, you've been so happy, right? All those funerals. You've been able to enjoy them, haven't you? The way you complete them. It's all been to make you happy. Haven't you been happy? Reginald, what are you talking about? Eventually, Reginald stood back up again. He took a deep breath and straightened out his coat. You know, this wasn't my plan. But you can always plan for everything, you know. So, I'll go and make it work, okay? Stay right here and don't go anywhere. I promise I'll be right back. And just like he said, he left, leaving me stranded here, waiting for his return. What was I going to do? I really messed up now, huh? Twyla was right all along. Is she okay? I hope I didn't mess it all up for her again. Twyla had a gun though, so hopefully she's okay. If only I hadn't been so stupid, then maybe I wouldn't be in this situation. Right as I began to fear all hope was lost, I felt a buzz against my back. Huh? My phone? That was definitely my phone. I'm surprised he didn't take it away. Although, not like I could reach it from my position, but maybe... I started shifting all around trying to get the rope loose. I doubted it would be able to, but I tried regardless. At the very least, I could get to my phone or something. Maybe I could have hope. I just hoped Reginald wouldn't come back before then. And then, out of nowhere, it seemed like the rope just fell off. Huh? I was confused. Did he not tie it that tight? I mean, I guess he didn't say that he didn't want to hurt me. With the rope off, I rushed towards the front entrance. I pulled hard on the handles. Locked. Even though I could have sworn Reginald left this way. I tried all the back doors and side doors too, but there was no use. I was just trapped in a bigger cage. But I did have my phone, so trying to calm my nerves, I sat back to the post and took it out. I was able to call the police when I saw my phone full of messages from Twyla. They were still going. It seems she was okay after all. Twyla? Oh fuck, you finally answered him. I've been trying to get the hold of you forever. I see he didn't I see he didn't got you yet. Twyla, I'm gonna call the police. Don't! Not yet. Why did I quick say? I tried to click on the thing, but I accidentally... whatever. I need you to trust me, okay? Really fucking trust me this time. As uneasy as it made me feel, I trusted Twyla. Even if she does things in an underhanded way at times, she's always had the best intentions. When did I trust her? When did I trust... When I didn't trust her, things usually didn't go well for us. So I'm glad to trust her now. Because even if she doesn't want to be, that's what friends do. Where are you right now? Honestly, I don't know. A laundromat? What? Describe it to me. I don't know, there's like laundry machines and all. It looks like it hasn't been used in ages. There's no science or anything. Can you see outside? Describe what's surrounding the buildings you're in. Wait. Describe what's surrounding the building. Oh, then that's actual proper English. Describe what's surrounding the buildings you're in. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. I gave Twyla descriptions of everything nearby, even though there didn't seem to be much. Despite this, she seemed as though all of it made perfect sense to her. I know where you are now. I'm going to be there soon. But all the doors are locked. How are you going to get in? I have a plan for that, don't worry. It's called the brick and windows. Just sit where you are and keep pretending to be kidnapped. Okay. Okay. Eventually, he came back just like he said he would. Oh, good, you're still here. I mean, of course you are. I hope I didn't leave you bored, darling. Like I said, I just had something to take care of first. But as I said, everything is going to work itself out, okay? Reginald once again took a step towards me. I had no idea what he was going to do. He reached his hand towards me and... I thought she would aim for the head, but nope, the kneecap is... I mean, you might as well want to, bring him alive instead of dead. Twyla burst in just in time. She immediately shot Reginald in the leg. There are people in my house again. Alright. It took her one perfect hit. One hit, and he was down. It was so easy for her. I mean, it is a loaded gun against someone's shin. Do the math. That's that's gonna be a match if the gun's going to win. Reginald fell to the ground without a scream. He was huffing heavily, blood oozing from his leg at Twyla. Blood oozing from his leg as Twyla came to untie me. What do you think of my rope work, Reginald? I had to make sure you didn't suspect anything, so I tried to back up best I could. I'm sorry, you were here? I'm sorry, wait, what? Huh? So, Twilight came, tied Mary back up, left, waited, then just shot him in the leg. If I was Twilight, I would have just waited, have him open the door, and just shot him in the head, be done with it. I'll admit I'm a bit rustier than you, though. Reginald didn't say anything, of course. Reginald? About time they'd show up. You actually got the police this time? Yeah, I didn't want to, but it seemed like this was going to be the quickest way to take care of it all. I'm gonna go outside and talk to them. You stay here with Reginald real quickly while I explain things. Wait, what? Why can't I go out there with you? Trust me. Okay. Also, here. Hands to the gun. Twyla walked over to me and gave me the gun. Of course. Wait, I can't use this. You probably won't need to. It's just in case he tries anything in the 2 minutes I'm out here. Okay. I accepted as she passed the gun into my hands. It felt cold and uncomfortable. But I held it tight as Twyla exited the front door. Very quick. I know in the true ending you use a gun. I know in the true ending you carry a firearm. Do you actually know how to use a firearm? I mean, it's easy. Just pull the trigger, slide thing back, and if the thing is empty, click out, put a new one back in, reload, or something like that. I'm not sure. I looked down at Reginald, who was still writhing a bit on the floor. He didn't say anything until... Mary? Oh no. Reginald slowly tried to get up, though his leg was obviously holding him down. Stop moving. I'll shoot. I will. Mary, darling. It's okay. I said I wasn't going to hurt you, didn't I? I just wanted to share something with you. I just really want you to know. I watched as Reginald stood on his 2 feet. My feet felt frozen in place while the gun shook in my trembling hands. It was Twyla already. Reginald shuffled towards me. He reached his hand out to calm mine, and I was held there by him, and he told me something I'm not sure I'll ever forget, or even understand. You know, I know you adore the idea of death and whatnot. At least, that's how it appears to me. So I just want to let you know, death is not all what you've been made to believe it is. I promise you, it is not an eternity of dreams or nightmares. It's not comforting. It's not warm. So please, Mary, do me a favor and stop killing me, okay? Lost in his words, I found myself unable to react as he wrapped his hands around mine, took the gun from my trembling fingertips, and pressed the barrel to his temple. Oh! Sudden God therapy. That checks out. I would say that checks out. That checks out wonderfully. It's been a month since that day. Our therapist says I'm getting better at dealing with the memories from it. Things have been much different ever since the incident. For one, there seems to be much fewer deaths around the city. Woohoo! So, I guess that means I don't like to think about it much, but I am at least happy that things are much calmer now. I don't think I noticed it before, but I do see a lot more people walking around than before. But maybe that's because the weather has been uncharacteristically nice lately, too? Oh, right. Speaking of things that have been different lately, the number that used to text me stopped around that time too, and I still don't have a clue about where my parents are. Thinking about it makes me worry, but my therapist has been helping me feel a lot calmer about it all. It was true what Twyla said to me that night, that she didn't really intend to talk to me anymore after we caught the killer, because she never messages me anymore. Occasionally I'll message her first, but less than half the time will I get an answer back. And even when I do, it's usually only because I ask her a question about something I was curious about. But it actually doesn't bother me at all that much. Not as much as I had thought it would. Because sometimes I'll see her outside, in the library or at the park. And every time she notices me too. And although she never says anything, she always waves at me. And I appreciate it. I do. Twyla was never much of a people person, I know that. Friendship didn't even seem like something of importance to her. So, in that sense, getting away from her is more than okay with me. Speaking of Twyla, I was actually headed down to the library to return some books after my session, and maybe pick up some more when I see Twyla in the library. I try to sit near her, and for me at least, I always have a pleasant time reading with her, so I'll see if she wants to come today too. Good ending. Fairest weather friends. And that concludes everything in Cemetary Mary. Congratulations, you've just completed all routes in Cemetary Mary. You think you get the true ending? Ooh boy. Sorry for the sudden cut. I was trying to do a cool ending, and it kind of didn't work out, unfortunately. Don't worry about that. Anyways, that was Cemetary Mary. I'm definitely going to miss it. I like this. The art style, the story, it was pretty good. I like it. As a visual novel, fantastic. I will definitely miss this goofy off face. Well, not you know what I mean. I'll miss these characters and their silly little antics. If you count manslaughter, poisoning, kidnapping, gang activity. Okay, these characters are actual criminals. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyways, see you later, Mary. We'll miss you. Alright, what's next on the list? Void Places. Ah, fuck yeah, right, I do gotta finish Void Places, don't I? Actually, no, I'm actually kinda glad, because the next two maps of Void Places I'm actually looking forward to, so that's good, I guess. And I missed the 35-second mark, so now I gotta wait extra to have it be 1 minute 53 seconds. Why? I don't know. Also, like I said, April 5th, D&D Don't miss it, or you'll be a big loser. Cause I mean, I am gonna upload it to YouTube, so yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Miss it, don't.